I'm EZP from Southern Soul ATLFM.com, welcoming you to our YouTube channel on Southern Soul. I'm joined by my co-host Shell from the Housework Blues Show on Magic108FM.com and Mac Beats from the HotBoxFM.com. We will be talking about King George, the Southern Soul superstar. And you know those songs he's done, Too Long and Keep On Rolling. The headliner of the Blues is All Right Tour, selling out most arenas in the United States this spring of 2024. And we are just so happy to be here with y'all. Come on over here, Shell. Gonna kick this thing off.
Hey, everybody.
Man, this is hot, and we bring in the one and only Mac Beats.
Let me slide in. We're just gonna slide in just like that.
Man, we've been excited about King George, and we want to give a special shout out, first of all, to Cookie Monster. Has been our producer, been producing us, and we thank you, Cookie, for being there. And give her a round of applause for producing.
All right, Cookie.
Southern Soul EZP. All right, so King George has been phenomenal, and I want to talk a little bit about Southern Soul. Southern Soul and how this all came about. Southern Soul ATLFM.com is a great radio station, 24/7, 365.
That's right.
All the time, Southern Soul. So tune in, turn on, tell a friend. We play all of your Southern Soul songs nationwide, worldwide, 24/7, 365. The king and queen play the best Southern Soul music all day and all night. Pretty soon you'll see most of these stations doing that. Doing this 365 days a year, 24/7. And I'm really proud and really happy about that. And we're going to kick off Southern Soul ATLFM.com with Southern Soul EZP. And Shell, tell us about how you feel about King George, to keep on rolling, Too Long Man.
Oh man, I love him. I mean, his lyrics are beautiful, especially with "You Got It, Girl." I love that. I know a lot of people, a lot of women think they have it, and a lot of them do. And he just wrote the song about it. I mean, anywhere from 22 to 70, they got it, and he knows it. So, you know, that's what I got to say about King George, other than he seems to be a very nice person. You know,
we're going to talk about King George quite a bit in this show on YouTube, and I want you to first of all tell some friends about the YouTube show and tune in, turn on, get on the phone, let them know that we're doing a show about Southern Soul. If you think that Southern Soul is a little bit out of your area, well, it's the blues.
Yeah,
but it's Southern style. 365, 24/7. So it's the blues with the Southern feel. It's a mixture of soul, blues, country western, pop. It's a hodgepodge. It's just like eating a whole big old bowl of soup with everything in it.
That's right.
And it's great. So now it's time for us to go to Mac Beats and hear his take on King George.
Yeah, first time I heard King George, he was talking about having 4 or 5 women. One woman to cook something, one woman to hold it down, one woman to lift them up, and then 3 more women on top of that. So he all right with me.
So, hey, well, we want to give a shout out to Tina too. Well, how we doing that? And TT, hey TT, you know, we really appreciate you supporting us, everybody. I'll be mentioning some names as we go along for people I know that are looking at us and or appreciating us and have supported us over the years. And you got to do that. Now we're big proponents of that. And this music has just been awesome. And see, of course, you guys know I ain't no spring chicken over here. And so most of King George's music has really been appealing to those people who are my age.
Right.
My age, and that's 50 and above. We don't need to be getting into EZP's age. EZP nickname is Easy. We don't need to get into my age because we all know. But anyway, he's been really, really appealing to people who are older and certain people who are beginning to transition, and so this song is just too long. Is really just catapulted him into another stratosphere. It really has. And so he's selling out these arenas. Even people who are 27, 28, 29, man, they love him too, Shell.
Oh, yeah. And it has no color. Songs and music has no color at all. We had a lot of Caucasians, Europeans, Hispanics, Blacks, everybody, African American, everybody came out to that spring fling, and all ages. It was awesome. McBeats.
Yeah, so it was a lot of people going to the spring fling. I heard couldn't quite get it last year, but next year I'm definitely going.
Man, it was a really phenomenal type of time, and I'll just explain it to you guys. It's in Mobile, Alabama. It's every spring. It's an annual event. We saw 40,000 so-called Black people, 40,000, all cheering for the Southern Soul superstars like Jeter Jones, LJ Echoes, King George. Everybody was there. It was packed. It was crowded. It was outside. And right now, Southern Soul music is being kicked to the curb by the mainstream media. The mainstream media doesn't respect Southern Soul like it should, because we don't have many radio stations that play Southern Soul 24/7.
Right.
And we are first and foremost wanting to see more of that impact of our artists that we represent here at Southern Soul EZP. We want to see many radio stations play Southern Soul music. It's just beautiful. It's a hodgepodge of everything, Shil.
Oh, yeah. Y'all make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's very important to subscribe so you can keep up and learn more and more about Southern Soul and the genre that is going that way. It's going straight up. It is everywhere in the U.S. We're in Germany. We're in Italy, France. It's so many different places all around. McBeats.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all kind of analytics for us being in different countries. I saw a couple in Nigeria. We got Southern Soul out there too, and Southern Soul is gonna start. It's gonna blow up big, just like every other genre. Most other genres like ours, it had to start out in small rooms. Jazz started in small rooms, smoky rooms. Everybody talked bad about it, said it's gonna make you go to hell, just like they did about blues after it came out of gospel, just like they did rock and roll after it came out of blues. Everybody always talked bad about it until they couldn't just help jumping into it. And I think Southern Soul is gonna do the same thing.
I'd just like to comment, Mac Beats, on your genre, hip hop and R&B, the hotboxfm.com, and the impact Southern Soul has had on your genre. We've seen Snoop Dogg, we've seen Lil Boosie come out and support these concerts in Long Beach, in Los Angeles, in San Francisco, Oakland. is where all those concerts for Southern Soul and the blues is all right tour sold out, and
Oh,
hip hop artists were there at all those shows. Shell.
oh yeah. Don't forget about Nelly. Nelly had a part in that too. He loves that Southern soul. A lot of people like it, even those you would not even imagine. I have some friends of mine on the Housework Blues show. They can't wait till I play a Southern soul song because they love it. So that's when I give them our station so they can always, when they want to go to it, hit that app, because we have apps now for Southern Soul, atlfm.com.
Mac Beats.
Yeah. Sound like a plan. I like the way that jump in.
Man, we having a ball, man. It's
Oh,
nice
man.
to be with you all and do the show. This tribute actually to Southern Soul and the King George. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Mac.
Okay, man, you give me some of that you've been drinking up there. I want some of that. Oh no, I'm kidding. But at any rate, we are on the app. You can go to Google Play and download the Southern Soul atlfm.com app. You can see that also on Alexa. You can holler at Alexa.
Also holler at lovebycookie.com. She
Apple.
helped produce this this whole thing. So make sure you go and holler at her. She got some of the best jewelry you could ever find.
Yeah, and we got to talk about Nisi too. Nisi has got a business going, maintenance business going, and I want to spend a shout out to Nisi.
Definitely.
Food. Right.
If you need your building clean, corporate, business, all that, go ahead and give her a ring.
I don't want people to think we full of commercials and that's it. But let's talk about King George a little bit. King George and his mother. Okay. This is a secret. First of all, for those ladies that love King George, I want to give you a little information here. King George is married.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yes, he is married. And so he was married in 2022, by the way. And so many people wonder if he's married or not. And so
he keeps saying one monkey don't stop no show. Which monkey is he talking about?
I know, man. I know.
It's for other people.
Right. The whole deal. And his mother are writing some of the songs. His mother writes a lot of this material that we're hearing.
I wonder if she wrote the part where he had 5 women and he was talking about one for this, one for that. Do you think she wrote that? I don't think she wrote that. I think he wrote that.
Some of the stuff he actually wrote, because he's talking about droves in the wind. You know, I don't think his mother said droves in the wind.
Well, that makes sense. That could be his mama, but the whole polygamous thing, that sounds like a man wrote it.
Well, the thing is, we don't know how old his mother is, because she got to be in probably her early 50s.
Yeah,
people that's in their 50s drove in the wind.
Right. They put it on the young people. The old folks be getting high in the sky.
And you know we got to come with the real skinny. I got to come with the real skinny on King George's net worth. Allegedly, he's worth, get ready for this, drum roll, somebody, $19 million.
Oh boy.
Wow.
$19 million. Man, I'm proud of him. Happy for him. I hope he doubles and triples that.
Well,
now, everybody don't know that with artists, usually with a network like that, it's because of property that they own that's creative property. When he writes a song and then he releases it and publishes it and owns it independently, that means that that's part of his property that's counted within his net worth. So if he has all these songs that keep going viral and keep going up, that doesn't necessarily mean that all of that is cash value. That just means that he may have $19 million worth of assets. So his music catalog is probably very valuable.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that sounds so good. I'm happy for him, really happy, because I know he has worked hard. You know, and allegedly he's come from the hip hop community a little bit. He tried that out for a minute, if my understanding from a reliable source, that he did give that a shot, and he went back to his roots, and they are from a religious family. They come from the church, treats everybody like family, my understanding from and my outside source. And when you know him, it's like, let's keep it real, let's keep it down to earth, let's live life like we should, with some resonance and moralism. I mean, that's why I got to give him a round of applause, and in terms of how he does what he does, and his people and all of the business people he's associated with. Sheil.
He does concerts every weekend somewhere. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, you know, a lot of that money, a lot of that revenue is right there.
Well, I'll say this. I'll jump in here, Mac, and say that he gives away a lot of money too, as well. We see him on social media. He's offering. He's got businesses. He's offering people employment online. He is giving away gifts from his organization. He needs another round of applause for that, because we really need jobs right now. We need people to give back who are big like he is, and he's giving back. And so I'm happy about that, and proud of him able to do that too as well. Now, many people are talking about husband and wife old school favor. I mean, when you hear that music, it reminds you of the blues. It reminds you of all of the pioneers of the blues that we play on Southern Soul, ATLFM.com. That would be Mel Waiters. That would be Bobby Rush. That would be
Johnny Taylor.
Oh man,
Yeah.
these people have laid the groundwork for our stars today, and so I have to mention those at the podcast, because they we're walking and sitting on their shoulders. Chill.
Oh yeah. The old school people, from the singers from the 60s, 70s on up, laid groundwork for people like King George, who is really just going way above. And you know, it also has a little mixture in gospel, R&B, blues, soul, all of it.
What's your favorite song that we're playing now by at Southern Soul, ATLFM.com? By the way, let me give y'all a little secret. That's the music director. She makes a lot of decisions on the music. It's not all on her, but she is the music director, and she's doing an awesome job. I think she deserves a round of applause, y'all.
Thank you.
Really does. She has family in St. Louis, family in Columbus, Georgia, family in Los Angeles, and all that influence has brought out her ability to pick these songs. So great job, Shell. But anyway, go ahead. Tell us who your favorite artists are.
My favorite artist or favorite song is Girl, You Got It. You know, I really like that. I like a lot of King George. I also like Jeter Jones, LJ, Sharnita Hitter. I like a lot. I really love West Love, because she do these slides, and I love the slides.
Yes, West Love is popular. West Love was on the Blues Is All Right tour too, for several cities, a bunch of cities, and she keeps you dancing as well as Karen Wolf, and my main man Jay Red and his nephew, and OC Soul and the Soul Patrol Band.
Oh yeah,
Atlanta Show Band is gonna be on the following week. Next week, we're going to be talking about OC Soul. And I just can't wait for that, because he's a special guy with some nice songs that we're playing on Southern Soul, ATLFM.com. And Mac Beats, you can jump in And anytime you feel froggy, I know sometimes he works out a lot, y'all. I mean, ladies, look at his muscles.
I
Yeah.
work out to Southern Soul sometimes, but one of the favorite songs, actually, of the people is when I played Friday Night by King George at a birthday party that I did just this past, the beautiful birthday party. Everything was top notch. And as soon as the cake was cut, everybody wanted to get on the dance floor. I played Friday Night and just everybody went up.
Wow. I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all. Friday night. Oh, I couldn't, and I shouldn't do that.
Going down.
No, we can't do that. We can't even sing his songs. He got it so down.
Yeah.
That people really compliment the sound of his voice. And I do want to bring that up because when a lot of the research that we have done on the radio station has said that his voice has a tone and a quality that is unmatched in the genre that he's doing his business in. And he really is crossing the lines in terms of people listening. He has millions of views on YouTube. I'll say that again. He has millions of views on YouTube. It's amazing and remarkable because the mainstream media, the dominant society, has not actually welcomed him yet. Mac?
It's just with every other genre, since it's such a so-called new genre, but it's actually old. But the production techniques are actually pretty new, where they put hip hop into it, blues into it, soul into it, and since the name is so new, then a lot of the mainstream are looking at it as something to wait till it gets bigger and bigger and big as pop, so that they can play it. Because right now, some of them are scared to play it. In Atlanta, some of the stations are playing it terrestrial, but it's not like it should be.
Right.
Now I want to take. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And you know, he also does a lot of collaborations with singers as well. He does one with Bad Girl. It's off the chain. Love it. He also does one with Joquel. It's really nice as well. Got some nice songs.
Well, we want to give a shout out to Ace Vision, and they're the production company, Mac Beats, that produces all of King George's music. And so I'd really, because you're a producer too as well, Mac Beats, I'd like to, keep it in the family and say that Ace Vision is doing an outstanding job with his production. And it's really keeping him busy. So for those of you who don't understand the ingredients of Southern soul music, it is a mixture of gospel, R&B, blues, and soul. You just hear it all in there. And of course, some of the lyrics are pretty strong, but we ingest it with a grain of salt. You understand? Because R&B music started like that too as well. And Mac, I guess you can speak to this too, that when artists write things, usually it's not about reality. It could be about somebody else's experience. And it's not necessarily something that's literal. It's something that could happen as a result of somebody else's experience or dream, right?
Some of the songs is literal and some of them is figurative. Like, I give an example. Keep on rolling. That's probably literal. He probably has one woman to hold him up, one woman to hold him down, one woman to cook something nice and sweet.
He's married,
one
man.
woman that's heavy, one woman that's petite. He probably got a lot of stuff going on, and that's why that song blew up on TikTok. Keep on rolling blew up on TikTok for that. Everybody was dancing to it. Even the ladies liked it because they understood every now and again, a little switch up. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You gotta have somebody who can do this. You gotta have a squad, a team. He kept saying, "One monkey don't stop no show."
Man.
Now his wife, I don't know. She could. I mean, if she isn't, then that means that when they were riding in the car on the way back from listening to that song, he was looking at the road and she was looking at the side of his head like this. Like, say something. Ooh,
When
I'm gonna
they got
smack you when we get
married,
home.
okay.
Like, you just could imagine that was a long car ride home, quiet. They didn't listen to nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I take that literal, you know, because that's been a lifestyle for a lot of people in the last few years. Polygamous stuff has been coming back. And a lot of people are posting about it on TikTok, and that's where it blew up at. So who knows? He could be living like that. I mean, that's why he doesn't need a record label. He got a management. He got one girl that's doing the shows, hooking the shows up for him.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing the lights and sound and all that. It
And
makes sense.
these are all the people that he employed to do this.
Right.
Maybe you don't have to employ him. Maybe they're part of the squad. You got one woman to make sure the mic is okay, and then one woman is posting somewhere, posting on the social media for him. I mean, it take a lot to make this train roll.
He's gonna get you.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if he said it on the record, then that means I could take it however I want. I could say whatever I want because he said it first.
Oh, he did.
And it's not a bad idea either. Think about it. Think
Okay.
about all the people that have to work. You got somebody got to hire the security. Somebody got to make sure everything good for the stage. Make sure everything's straight. So it makes sense. Who gonna organize and run the calendar?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
right.
you know this train got to keep on rolling. One monkey don't stop no show.
That's
Ain't
right.
that what he said? One monkey don't stop no show. So that means if somebody else quit or getting their feelings, that means now he's accepting applications.
Ooh wee, baby.
That makes sense.
My goodness.
I mean, think about it. You don't need no record company of somebody lifting you up, somebody holding you down, somebody cooking, and after that, somebody answering the phones and letting them know, all right, the money came in, go ahead, do the collaboration, and everybody just working together. It's a team.
Okay, you're right, Mac Beats.
That's right.
You know, we've been in an R&B drought, and Southern Soul really saved the industry. Is saving the industry along with hip hop, because the drought that we were in was driven by people who really don't want to love no more.
R&B drought was driven by a bunch of program directors at these mainstream radio stations that don't play R&B no more because they think they're going to lose listeners. Hip hop and the so-called trap music made everybody feel like they were automatically going to have listeners because the fan base was so big. The so-called, because we didn't have an R&B drought, we had an R&B shutout. We had only a certain amount of people because beautiful people have been producing and making beautiful R&B songs this whole time, except a lot of the mainstream radio stations didn't play them because the people who mixed genres together were seeing a little bit more success. It used to be the views followed the radio. Now the radio follows the views. That's what happened. It had nothing to do with a drought.
Okay. Well, I'll go along with that. I won't bite you on that one. Southern Soul seems to appeal to all demos. And when we say in the business, we say demos, we're talking about all demographics, because we saw it at the Spring Fling. We saw 20-year-olds partying with 70-year-olds. Now, I've never seen that in my radio career. I've been in radio over 30 years. Okay. And I've never seen young people come to a concert and party with the old people too, and everybody's having a good time. We do think that Southern Soul will bring our people back together again. And we are going to talk about that and promote that at Southern Soul EZP. Go ahead, man.
It's different because now in the Deep South, in Mobile, the culture is real different. It's different from Atlanta culture. And I'll tell you how. A lot of times the grandparents, the parents, and the children are all listening to the same music because they're close in proximity. They're usually within the same, if not in the same household, within the same group. And they drink together. That's like a Deep South thing. A country thing where they all it's no real big difference. So they all listen to the same stuff. And a lot of them reject music that they don't like altogether. And that's what Southern Soul does. Southern Soul combines elements of music from 2024, almost doggone near to 1964. So it combines all these things together. And that's the benefit of Southern Soul, is combining the elements together and everybody can match the lyrics. Because Granddaddy might have had a family across town, but then the young guy that's in his 20s is just starting to experiment with the same type of deal. So, and everybody can relate to those lyrics. And that's why the lyrics are getting so raunchy sometimes and deep, because that way everybody can identify with it.
Yes, and wrapping this up, and time is just flying, man. And we're loving every minute of this, and we're looking forward to OC Soul next week on Southern Soul EZP. And I want you to tune in, turn on to Southern Soul ATLFM.com. So for the house party for Southern Soul ATLFM.com, and OC Soul will be hosting, and Shell and I will be there as he interviews all these Southern Soul artists.
Oh yeah.
And we've got a big one coming up this week. And so, Shell, wrapping it up, go ahead and tell us what's on your mind.
I just want everybody to share, follow, comment, and of all things, subscribe. Very important. That way you will find everything out that needs to be out about Southern Soul, things you thought you knew, but you really didn't know. That's my take on this.
Great job. And Mac Beats, take us home.
You ain't got to go nowhere, but you got to go home. Like no, but we love y'all. Hit that sub button, karate chop that like button, and keep on rolling.
Yeah, keep it rolling. Love it. They love it too, man. We really appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week, man. This has been fun. Tune in, turn on, tell some friends. EZP, Shell, and Mac Beats. Signing off, y'all. We love y'all.